Welcome back once again. Hump Day Real Estate with Kendell, DMV. Hey, today's topic, we're going to talk about three different things. We're going to talk about, is this still a seller's market? We're going to talk about mortgage, the forecast on mortgage rates. And then I'm going to help some of the homeowners out and tell them some things to help make their home energy efficient. So let's jump in. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Here's why it's still a seller's market. Why am I not coming up? Took me off the screen. Let's see what happens. There we go. All right, let's roll with it. So here's why it's not a, here's why it's still a seller's market. While buyer demand has moderated and housing supply has grown in recent months, it's still a seller's market. If you pay attention to the chart here, even look back at the number of homes that were available in inventory in 2010, and then we come down here to and what made that a buyer's market, because we had enough inventory to to satisfy the needs of the buyers, where they basically had more choices. You come down and look at today versus all these days, the numbers, we're at like 2.8% average homes. On an average home, there's 2.8 offers, and 39% are actually sold over the asking price, which shows that, look, there's a big difference in where we are in the market right now that's keeping this a seller's market. And I've been saying for a while, people don't understand this. Despite COVID, despite in 2020, 21, and earlier on in 22, was just a result in the trend of the market spiking. But in 2019, we start off in a seller's market. And then we have to understand that then we went to a spike in the market, which changed the dynamics of the seller's market. So it doesn't actually mean that when now we're going into a buyer's market, because we still do not have the inventory to satisfy most buyers. So that's where we see here is just here, we're right in between a neutral market and the seller's market. So we're basically coming back to a normal seller's market. So that's where we are right now. So any sellers that are out there that are on the fence, you still have time to put your home on the market and still possibly get over asking price for your property. But really pay attention that most of the homes that are selling over asking price is the home that most people want. If you did updates and all of that stuff, those are the homes that most people want, not so much the fixer ups. Those are pretty much showing their stand on the market a little longer, and folks are just not into going in and doing renovation. They kind of want stuff already completed. So that's where things are there. So if you're on the fence, jump off the fence. If you need to sell, now is the time. Let's look at another thing. Expert forecast on mortgage rates. If you've been thinking of buying a home, you may have been watching what's happening with mortgage rates over the past year. It's true that they have risen dramatically, but where will they go from here, especially as market continues to slow? As you think about home ownership goals and decide if now's the time to make your move, the best place to turn for the information is professionals. Here's a summary of the latest mortgage rate forecast from housing market experts. Experts project mortgage rates will stabilize. They are not fluctuate and jump up. They're thinking that they will stabilize. While mortgage rates continue to fluctuate due to ongoing inflationary pressures and economic uncertainty, experts project they'll start to stabilize in the months ahead. According to the latest projections, mortgage rates are expected to hover in the low to mid 5% range initially, and then potentially dip into the 4% range by later next year. So if you're looking at the chart, Freddie Mac says at quarter 4, they're looking at about a 5.4% projection. Fannie Mae says 4.8. MBA says 5.2. National Association of Realtors says 6.0. Average of all four, 5.4%. So we're expecting that maybe, by the end of the year, that interest rates may be somewhere around 5.4%, not as high as the 6% that the National Association of Realtors are projecting. But bottom line is, if you're a first-time home buyer, especially, or move up buyer looking for a larger home, or even to downsize, you need to know exactly what's happening in the market. And the only way to do that is to get with a true professional to find out exactly what's going on. Folks, stop looking at the memes and all of that stuff that come across social media. Let's stop paying attention to exactly what folks are saying on TikTok, and unless it's a professional, and find out, get facts from who you're actually getting your information from. And this is one thing that Hump Day Real Estate with Kendell, actually, we're about putting the facts out there so that you know exactly what's going on. And especially if you want to know what's actually going on in your market specifically, you got to reach out to us, because that way we can help you by pulling the data up for your specific market. What folks don't understand is that real estate markets are not all the same. One area of your state or town can be different market than the other. So I need you folks to be mindful of that. And so again, it's still a good time to sell. It's still a good time to buy. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here, talk to you a little bit. All right, so those are the things, folks. Just keep in mind that you really need to talk to professionals when trying to figure out exactly what you're going to do, because you don't want to make a mistake and miss out on opportunities, and you don't want to make a mistake and not make a move when you should be. So you always want to have factual information. And in order to do that, you want to make sure that you talk to professionals like myself to update you on that stuff. But now for the homeowners out there, not taking anything away from, but everybody can learn this, is we have 5 tips for an energy efficient home. Now you can use this in your home, in any home, if you're rental or what have you. One of the easiest and cheapest things you can upgrade is your light bulbs. Did you know that? The easiest, cheapest thing that you can upgrade is your light bulb. So I want you guys to check out possibly switching to LED and or CFL bulbs. They could save you hundreds per year. These types of bulbs are more efficient and last longer than traditional bulbs. But do your research. I know BG&E has a lot of different information on these type of bulbs, so do your research on that. Then upgrade your windows, doors, and skylights. Window, doors, and skylights are the most likely places to find air leaks. Air leaks means your heating and cooling system have to work harder to maintain the temperature inside. So that's making folks don't think about that, but if your windows are older, folks are leaving windows up, etc., during the whichever season it is, That means whatever air you're trying to get in, heat or cooling, if it seeps out, that makes that system works harder, and that ends up costing you on your bill. Most leaks around newer windows and doors can be fixed with a little bit of caulk or weather stripping. If you have older windows and doors, consider replacing them to improve insulation. One day we're actually going to talk about in Maryland. They have, I know especially in Baltimore, I probably don't have all the details on it, but there are programs that actually help folks with older windows to get grants to get those replaced and upgraded. Seal air leaks. Windows aren't the only sources of air leaks. Switch plates, electrical outlets, fireplaces, baseboards can be Realty points for air leaks. So you want to pay attention all around your house. Take a look and look at any gaps that, especially for the outside walls and stuff like that, and you know where air can actually come through. You want to look and make sure all that stuff is sealed up, that there's not no air is being allowed in or escaping out of the property. Replace inefficient appliances. Older appliances use much more energy than newer appliances, and older washing machines and dishwashers often use much more water than necessary. Do a quick inventory of your home and see which appliances might be ready for an upgrade. So, they have, it seems expensive for a lot of this stuff, but if you, what we have to start learning to do is we have to start learning comparing what we're using, if we can go out and get the data on how that same usage can be used with something energy efficient, even if we have to pay more money up front for it, with how cost effective it is. So we got to start getting there to where we're not just complacent with what we have and paying more out of pocket every month because we don't want to pay more out of pocket up front in order to get the adjustment in costs later on through their monthly costs. And so the next thing is install programmable thermostat. Don't worry about turning down the heat when you leave the house. Got a programmable thermostat to do it for you. Many smart thermostats with apps that let you set schedules and adjust the temperature remotely. Some can even learn your schedule and preferences. I've seen thermostats now. You got the app on your phone. You can turn the turn your temperatures up and down. You can control everything from your phone. So when you ride home from work or from out with the family, you can adjust your temperature so that when you get home, it's nice and warm or nice and cool in the property for you. Remember, the best energy saving options for your home will depend on where you live. Look for products marked with Energy Star and NFRC labels. The Energy Star labels means that the product is energy efficient. The NFRC label will tell you how well the product suits your climate. So this is what I have for you folks. When you come and tune in with me, I'll give you information that you need for your current situation or your future situation when you're buying, selling, or anything that I think you need to help you in your current living arrangements. Folks, I appreciate you stopping by. Again, this is Hump Day Real Estate with Kendell, DMV. Another Hump Day, and we're out. Enjoy the rest of your week.